Well, one of the questions that I get asked all the time is, should I buy new or should I buy used? And I always say to people, when you buy a house, buy it half for investment, half for your life. You gotta love it, but you gotta think about the investment at the same time. So what do you like? Write down what's important to you. You're gonna find out if that new home and that new bathroom and that new kitchen is overriding that larger lot that has mature trees. So when you're thinking about that, it's so important that you get out and you take a look at the two different types. You're gonna find very quickly that what you think isn't generally what you end up buying. In fact, when people ask me and tell me this is what I want, I'll often put a few other homes in because I know that they need to experience some of the other things. And they often end up buying something completely different than they thought. So it's really, really fun and it's really interesting to do that. You know, when you're buying used or older home, let's call it 50 years old, the construction that was back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s was quite excellent. The quality of the materials that they used, the fir, wood, you know, the concrete, everything, is much higher quality than it is today, believe it or not. That's hard to believe. But those homes that were built in those 1950s especially, those things are going to be around for a long time. So that's kind of neat to know. But there are going to be some fix-ups and whatnot. No, when we do buy those sorts of homes, well, we make sure we get an inspection. You know, we make sure that all the most important things are taken care of. There's always issues in an inspection. Even brand new homes, there's issues, but you know, that is what a used home is like. Anticipate some costs, make sure you prepare for some costs down the road. Maybe it's some plumbing, maybe it's something like that. In a new home, I find it so important to find out a little bit of history about that builder. You know, what are people saying about it? Is it good remarks and whatnot? Have they been around for a long time? The trades that they use are absolutely key, and the materials that they use are absolutely key as well. There are some beautiful plans out there without question, but you know, typically if you're in that price range of new, you're not going to get those big lots and that maturity that does happen. So those are some of the biggest differences between buying new and buying used. And again, one of the best things you can do is just really get out there, experience them for yourselves, and you're going to find out very quickly the type of home that you want.